It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 6 o'clock in Chicago. And it's 7 p.m. in Philadelphia. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dog Scipio, and this is America's Popcast. What's the buzz? And I'm joined tonight by Amelia the Pitbull Chapman. Tonight, night number 2 of the new format, Open Forum. Amelia, you and I talked for an hour and 10 minutes last night with absolutely no subject matter,
That was fantastic.
which is absolute proof that you don't need any intellect,
Nope.
any brain, any subject matter to do a podcast.
Right.
All you need is two people that could bullshit each other all fucking night long and they Anyway, how you doing tonight, kid?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. And by the way, folks, we do diligent research on the show. We do, I say open forum, unscripted. It really is
No script.
unscripted.
See, gone. No script.
Nope,
script
no
whatsoever.
script.
Nope.
But Amelia and I have been doing this now, and we kind of know each other, like where we're going to go with certain things.
Yes.
Because I know that she's going to go right into the toilet with it, and I have to bring a little class to the show. Anyway, or is it the other way around? I don't know.
We never know with each other what's going to happen or what's going to be said or what.
That's why when we advertise our show, one of the things that comes up if you see our advertising on the internet anywhere, which is like all over the place, one of the banners that we use says "Expect the unexpected,"
Yes.
because you never know. Like sometimes Amelia goes down the rabbit hole, and then I got to throw her a lifeline and pull her the hell out.
Well, if
You
they
know.
tell me not to open that door, I'm going to open that door. Heck.
I know, and I got to throw you a lifeline because you never know where you're going to end up in the abyss
Exactly.
somewhere. So, I wanted to say something. My wife showed me a little video you did of Jeff.
Oh, yes.
When did you put that up on? Was the TikTok video?
It was actually, how they say you can bring those videos back to life or those photos back to life.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, him, it was waving. I thought that is pretty cool.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
It's an AI.
I'm gonna
thing.
try that. I've seen them. You bring your loved one back to life.
Yeah, he was waving, and you could do that for your dad.
I want
your
to talk
sister.
about that tonight too, because that's an interesting thing. AI technology.
Yes.
We'll talk about that during the show tonight. We'll talk about AI
And
technology.
that is pretty cool because there was one that you could do with them blowing you a kiss. I did one of my grandmother because I remember her blowing us kisses all the time.
Well, it's funny that my dad. It's funny how things worked out. My father spent his life in the racetrack business, but he didn't work in the
Right.
racing business. He worked in the hospitality end.
Right.
He was, in the food and beverage.
Like a
aspect.
concierge area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Anita's family were horse racing people. They worked in the horse business.
Right.
Which is funny because when we met, we had that in common among a lot of things. But she's got pictures and I have pictures. I would love to be able to bring my father back to life with his racetrack in the winner's circle with people that he knew. Who's in the chat tonight? Leon.
Oh, Leon.
Hey, Leon, I got that thing you sent me, brother. I didn't want to talk about it tonight. Leon sent me, well, I'm not even going to talk about it, but he sent me something that we're going to actually do a show about. So, Leon, I want to let you know that Rosie had open. Oh, shit.
Wow. Well, we wish her a speedy recovery. Let her know that, and we think about
this
her.
was a shocker. She had open heart surgery today. Holy shit. I'll tell you what, man. My father had open heart surgery. He had a transplant. Let me tell you something. The technology has come light years.
Yes.
At one point, any kind of heart surgery would have been a death sentence for someone.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Now they have heart surgery. They're in the hospital for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
They send them home.
Oh, absolutely.
In fact, 2 days after surgery, they had my father up walking around.
Yes.
They want you to move. They want you to get that heart working.
They do, and they want to make sure
Which
that
is-
your bowels are everything's
Yeah.
going correctly, everything's going good.
Oh,
and back
God,
then,
absolutely.
was it
Leon,
6 months?
let me
they
tell you
had
something, brother. Do me a favor. In your own way, because I know you're not like really a praying guy, but just say a little prayer for Rosie on our behalf.
Yes.
Send our love to her.
Please do, and wish her a speedy recovery for us, please, as well.
Yeah, please do. I like to hear when people do good things and nice things happen to good people. I hate reading the news
Mm-hmm.
and I see good things happening to bad people.
Oh, absolutely.
Now I'm going to give you an example. We're going to start the show off this way, okay? On this fucking note, all right? You know these assholes, the Grizzlies, they just got out of jail.
Absolutely.
The daughter got them pardoned.
I know it.
Okay.
I could not believe it when I heard that.
The way she got them pardoned, she won't say. But it's going to come out as public record anyway. And there's Steve Kwiatkowski.
Well, I mean, it's the way that, if you're going to be embezzling things like that, I don't think you should be pardoned.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. She went about this pardon. Some people say that she called in favors and she didn't go the proper means to getting them the pardon.
Right.
Okay. I don't know the woman. I don't know what she did or how she did it, but there are people that are up in arms over the fact that these two criminals, and that's what they are, they're fucking criminals.
Absolutely.
If you and I did that, we wouldn't be in jail. We'd be under the fucking jail.
Yes.
Okay? We'd be under the jail. Yeah, it's a one set of justice for if you got money, and the rest of us are fucked.
Yes.
All right? That's just how it works, folks. And you can argue that point with me. Go, oh, no, Mad Dog, that's not how it is. Yeah? Prove me wrong. Come on a show and prove me wrong. I challenge you. If you got the balls, come on the show. Because I don't think anybody wants to challenge me because I'll eat you alive when it comes to this shit. You know? I will eat you alive. I do research you can't even think about the research.
He does his research thoroughly. Trust me.
You know, I am like an encyclopedia on every fucking subject. That's ridiculous. I have to be. When you do a show like this, you got to know everything.
Yes.
But I digress. It irks me when I see bad people being rewarded for bad behavior.
Oh, absolutely. And
when good people get shit on, it bothers me. It really, really bothers me badly. That's part of the reason I walked away from religion, because I'm seriously doubting where the hell God's head is. You know? I am. I'm going to just be honest with you.
Yeah.
If God continues to reward bad behavior, I got a problem with that. I got a big problem with that. Because I don't want any part of that. I want good people rewarded for good behavior.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And the thing is that, the daughter, of course, did all of this, but their son had nothing to do with it. He goes, I don't want nothing to do with this. You want our parents out, you're going to do it.
The son is smart. He doesn't want nothing to do with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
And as far as them wanting another reality show, I think it's in the works. And I'm like, why? Why would you want another reality show?
Let me tell you something that you don't know. That reality show was already signed, sealed, and delivered before they went to jail. That was already signed, sealed, and delivered. They were in the works for that show, sitting in jail, making deals. All right? You understand where I'm going with this?
Oh, my goodness.
It's a different set of rules for the rich. Remember the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules.
Yeah.
The golden rule used to be do unto others as you would have them do to you. That
Yes.
golden rule is fucking dead and buried so deep you'll never dig it back up again. The new golden rule is he who has the gold makes the rules. That's the golden rule. All right? Prove me wrong. You can't.
No, it's the truth. I mean, it's like it's always been that way, and it always will be that way. I mean,
just the way it is. Exactly.
Just look at all the rich assholes out there that are, for example, like Elon Musk and everything in the news, what he's trying to do.
Oh, don't get me started with Elon. I'm going to talk about that bastard. Speaking of, all right. Okay, you mentioned his name. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You had something that you wanted to yell at him and curse at him about.
I'm going to go on a tangent with Elon.
Go for it.
But before I do, hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie
in Minnesota. This is a Philly girl in the middle of God's country. Even God doesn't know where it's at. The rewards they get, yes. God always rewards the faithful. Yes, I believe that, but I sure would like to have a little bit to enjoy. It's not asking much.
Oh.
So, now the golden rule, Leon, is he who has the gold makes the rules.
Yes.
Do unto others before they do it to you.
That's a good one, too.
That's a great one. I like that. Never heard that. Do unto others before they do it to you.
Before. That should be all caps, before.
Oh, man, that's great. Leave it to Leon for a laugh. God bless. All right, so here's the deal. All right, folks. Here we go. So, it was bound to happen, okay? Mm-hmm. First, you had the bromance of Elon Musk and Donald Trump, okay? They had this, public bromance. Underneath, though, you could see that Elon certain things were building back up. And we'll get into if that was actually Elon at the inauguration, because there's a video floating around that may not have been Elon.
Huh.
We're going to talk about that. Okay, so Elon Musk has been trashing President Trump, okay? Why? I had to ask myself, well, why? Because they were, he brought him into the administration.
Good
right,
buddies.
they were bromancing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's what it come down to. Trump signed a bill, his budget bill, for the United States budget,
United States, right?
Which is a pretty hefty budget, okay? So Elon Musk trashed President's signature bill as a disgusting abomination. That's a quote unquote, a disgusting abomination, and called out Republican lawmakers who supported the sprawling measure dubbed as one big beautiful bill, they called it. Okay?
Yeah.
Breaking dramatically with Trump, the world's richest man. By the way, he is the single richest human being on planet Earth. One man. Okay?
Wow.
He's worth 900, what did they say? $900 trillion.
Wow.
Okay, this is huge. Okay, you hear what we're talking about?
Yes.
One guy is worth $900 trillion, which is fucking bizarre, or some crazy number like that. Jeez. All right, so here's what he did. He said that he couldn't stay silent anymore. Because the budget was a mega bill that will raise the debt and blow up the federal deficit. Now, you got to remember why he was brought into the White House in the first place. He was put there by Trump to cut wasteful spending.
Yeah.
He's calling the president's bill the biggest wasteful spending bill he's ever seen. Okay? He said, and this is a quote, Elon Musk said, and I quote, I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore, Musk said on X, former Twitter. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. All right? You're talking about a guy who personally could eliminate the national debt of at least half the world's population by just writing a check.
Yeah, one little signature check and say, here you go.
One little signature check. He could wipe out almost the entire debt of the world. Do you understand? Do you comprehend? Your little pea brains out there, do you comprehend what the Mad Dog is saying to you? That one guy has this much money. What does money mean, Amelia? It means power, doesn't it?
Power, exactly.
So what kind of power does Elon Musk have?
Oh, he could have power over the whole entire world. Exactly.
You said the magic word. He could. He could have power over the entire world. But there's one thing about Elon Musk that I love. He doesn't want the power. He doesn't want it. He don't want it. He's already got the money. He don't need the power.
No, he doesn't.
You know why? Because with the money comes the power.
Yeah.
People, they don't understand that, Neil.
No.
They don't understand it. He's already got the money. For crying out loud. Jeez.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on that? Give me.
Well, I mean, just like what we have.
I want to hear you talk and make the argument. Make the argument for why Trump's spending bill is a waste, and make the argument for why it has to be so big.
Well, it has to be so big, first of all, because he stepped into already a corrupt office as it is. He's got to pick up where he left off, and he pretty much walked into a wasteland, a horrible, but a deficit budget, horrible budget to begin with.
You're absolutely
We're already in
right.
debt, first of all.
He walked into Joe Biden, left him
a mess.
A fucking
mess.
Shit show. Yeah, a mess. That's being kind.
Exactly.
A mess. He left Donald Trump with a fucking shit show, a budget deficit in the multiple trillions of dollars in debt.
Exactly.
We owe China right now.
We do.
Right now, we owe China $100 trillion. That we had to borrow money from China.
Yes, and that's where Elon Musk
at
coming
a
across
ridiculously high interest rate.
Yes.
They should have borrowed the money from the mafia because they would have got a better interest rate.
Yeah, your point exactly. And that's where Elon Musk's point is coming from is, why are you doing this? And
that's
my point
exactly
is
what Elon is talking about.
And say, what Trump should have said? Say, okay, why am I doing this? And okay, you know what? If I'm doing this, why don't I borrow the money from you then? Or you give us the money.
Right.
And that's what he should have said right then and there.
It's funny. It's funny you say that. Like I said a moment ago, Elon can personally, guy can personally eliminate the debt.
Flat out like this. Boom. And done.
Pay it outright.
Exactly.
Right?
And we'd be done. We'd be in a better country, just like Trump promised us. But I think Elon is trying to see if he can fail now. That's probably what he wants to do.
Boy, did you open up a box. Oh, man, did you open up the Pandora's box. Okay.
Oh, we got some comments in here, looks like.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. See, Ruff. Hey, Ruff. Ruff is here. Let's see. Okay. Marie says he also now has all of our personal information. I'm not really concerned about that, and I'm going to tell you why. Because there is no such thing as privacy.
There isn't. Not
privacy, anymore. Marie, Privacy does not now, nor has it ever existed, not in government, not in life, not in business. There's no such thing as privacy. I don't care who you are, where you are, how much money you make. Your info is available to somebody somewhere for a price. Because that's how
as long
business
as you have
does.
this right here.
That's how business does business. That's how business makes money. That's how you make money. You make money. Amelia, your job, you personally have other people's personal information.
I do. Even their socials sometimes. It depends.
Okay. Which proves my point. Privacy is an illusion. It does not exist. No one's you don't have privacy, folks. Your information is a commodity. It's bought and sold every single day. Every single day. Ruffian says, where's those checks they promised? Yeah, you ain't going to see them either, Ruff. I got news for you, pal. They're buried. Those checks are buried as far deep as the golden rule is. Remember the golden rule? Do unto others as you would have them do to you. Now the golden rule is he who has the gold makes the rules.
Right.
I like Leon's is better. Leon, you're a trip. Leon says now it's do unto others before they do to you. I love it. Those checks were a non-issue, a non-starter. Those were never, you were never going to get a check. Those checks were, I'll give you a check. I need your vote. All right, well, you got the vote. Where's the check? Not going to get it. You know why? Because the budget, the federal budget is bloated with the most wasteful Do you think Donald Trump is going to do anything different than anybody else does or did? No, he's not. You know why? He's not allowed to. Don't you understand that? Donald Trump, the president of the United States, has to answer to other people. They're called the Senate, the Congress, the judiciary. He's got to answer to people that you will never know, never see. If they bit you on the ass, you wouldn't know who they were. There's a level above the president that really runs the country. You'll never know who they are. And they're made up of all kinds of people, some wealthy, some not, but all of them very powerful. Okay? Nobody does anything in Washington without running it by them.
Oh, of course not.
Do you know that there are 26 layers of security above the president of the United States? How would you like to be the guy that's got the 26th level? Yeah, that'll make you go, oh, fuck.
Yeah. You know, it's like, wait a minute.
How do we borrow money from China if we print it? No, let me explain something to you, Ruff. We print paper. We don't print currency.
No.
Okay? This is what money is printed on, paper. My father used to say, don't worry about having money, they'll print more. Okay? And that's, my father was a prophet, okay? That this is money, it's paper.
Yeah.
Real currency, real spending currency doesn't exist in terms of paper. It exists in terms of asset, real estate, commodities, the things that you use every day. Orange juice, apple juice, coffee. These are commodities. That's currency. Do you know in some countries, coffee is a currency? They use it to buy and sell things. I'm not making if you think ladies and gentlemen, because I get this all the time in the emails. Oh, Mad Dog, you're crazy. You're full of shit. You're making stuff up. I challenge you, Amelia.
Yes.
Have I ever said anything I can't back up?
No, you've not. You can always back up everything you say.
And I'm going to tell people right now, and I promise you, there are countries on planet Earth right now where coffee is money, where gold is money,
chickens,
where
also,
medicine is money. Okay, that's currency.
Yes.
Where orange juice is money.
Yeah.
Anything that you use every day is a commodity. Commodity equals currency. Remember that, ruffian. Remember that. Commodity equals currency. All right. Why do you think it's so important? All right. Remember when everybody was paying $27,000 for a dozen eggs?
Yeah.
Okay. You know why they were paying that much? Because somebody decided that's what they were worth.
Absolutely.
Somebody one day said, I think eggs today should be worth $12 a dozen.
Yeah.
That's $1 an egg.
Yes.
Okay. Thank God Donald Trump signed the bill that they can't raise the price of eggs.
How much were you paying for, or how did you see in the stores for those big ones? Remember
I was getting 3 dozen eggs for $14.98. Now, hold on a minute. That's what I was paying for them.
Mm-hmm.
Then when the egg prices went up, the same 3 dozen eggs went up to $59.99.
Believe that, because that's the truth. I saw it.
All right, now,
Yes.
right now, it's funny you say that, because today I was at Walmart. 3 dozen eggs today at Walmart is $14.98. I'm sorry, not three dozen. Not 3 dozen. I'm sorry, folks. 4 dozen eggs was $14. Okay, which is about record. They're getting about $3.50 a dozen.
Absolutely.
How much you pay for eggs?
I'm paying like $3.99 for like 18 eggs.
All right. Well, so you just made my point. There you go.
Yeah.
You just made my point.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's what they're getting.
Yeah, they are. And, he's starting to little by little get the prices down where they should be. I mean, give him some time, people. He just got in office.
He hasn't been president. You realize he's only been president. He will be president 6 months on the 21st of June.
21st of June.
He hasn't even been president for a whole 6 months.
Yeah, so give him
and he's already done more than most people.
Yeah. So
Leon says, well, I once Googled myself and found out you can buy any. Yes, you can find out anything about Leon. I could Google Leon Barfield right now. I'll give you one better. I'll go. You want to talk about AI technology? I went onto an AI site and I typed in something. I'm not going to tell you what I typed in. I was amazed to find out, holy shit, if this person knew what's out there about them, holy crap, look what I just found out about. And I could use some of that, but I'm not going to do it.
Yes.
No, nothing's private. There is no such thing as privacy. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. I'll give you another illusion, freedom. This is you don't have freedom. This is not a free country. It was never a free country. It wasn't founded as a free country. It was founded as not a theocracy. What's the word I was looking for?
Democracy?
No, it's not a democracy. It's called a crutocracy. It was founded as a crutocracy. I had to remember the name. Okay. What's a crutocracy? Here's the basic gist of it. It's a rule by a handful of people who decide what everybody else is going to do. Kind of like a dictatorship, but there's not, dictator is one person. This is like, 3 or 4, half a dozen people. which is different than Congress and Senate, because that's, like many people.
Right.
But they don't really run the country. They just vote on laws and get paid to do nothing. Because that's what if you want a job making a lot of money, but you really don't have to work, become a politician, become a senator, become an assemblyman, become a congressman. We got a guy here in New Jersey. I tried to get him on the show. They hung up on me.
Oh, wow.
I'm not, I kid you not.
Because he didn't want to come on and tell the truth?
And I'll tell you who, no, because he knows I would blast him.
Yep.
I want to say his name, too, Senator Paul Moriarty. Senator Moriarty, before he was a senator, you know what he used to do for a living? He was a news reporter.
Oh, my gosh. That would have been a perfect fit for this
He
show.
was a news reporter that got fired from his job. So what did he do? He ran for Senate, and he fucking won.
He was good at lying. That's probably why.
He was great at lying. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Fucking great at lying. That's what reporters and politicians do. They fucking lie. They make up shit.
All the time, right?
If there's no story, make one up. Remember what William Randolph Hearst said? He said this. William Randolph Hearst, the greatest newspaper man in the history of the world, said these words. When bullshit is greater than the truth, print the bullshit.
Yes, because people will believe the bullshit more than the truth.
Google it if you think I'm making it up. Google it.
Yes, because people will believe the bullshit.
When the bullshit is greater than the truth, print the bullshit.
Yeah, because they will believe it better than the truth. Absolutely. I agree 100%. Absolutely. Especially with what's going on these days and this month and what's going on. You don't even know what's the truth anymore if you think about it.
Well, El Ruffian speaks the truth. Mm-hmm. The only secrets left are the ones you haven't said aloud. Guess what, Ruff? In America, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not true in England. Let me tell you why. And I showed it on the show. If you think I'm lying, Amelia, did we see a woman get arrested for thinking?
Oh, yes, we sure did. We sure did.
A woman in England got arrested. Can't make this up. For thinking.
Yeah.
Send her to jail. Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing she got arrested for praying.
Yes. Exactly.
In her head.
Yeah, 100%.
In her head.
He's not lying,
silently.
People.
I'm like, please tell me if
He's not lying, people. I would have said, no, I'm thinking about buying what I'm buying.
You got to see the emails that I get, everyone. I sit down here for hours sometimes.
Yeah.
Reading this stuff. Because we get a lot of emails. I delete probably, I'm not even lying. I delete probably 100 to 150 emails a day just from the show.
He is not kidding.
Just from What's the Buzz Popcast at gmail.com.
He is not kidding. Whatever he shows on this show, he is telling you 100% the truth. Because Mad Dog does his research 100%. He goes up and beyond, over and under. I mean, he will look and tell you the truth. He does not put anything on this show that is not the truth.
That's not what we do.
It's not what we do.
It's not what we do.
No.
That this woman, I swear to you, I'm not making a word of this up. I showed it. They arrested her.
Yes.
They said, the woman was standing there and the police officer said to her, ma'am, you're in violation of listen to what they call it, the Protected Places Act.
Yes.
Okay? Somebody in England, please, if you're listening and watching, and I know you are, please explain to me what the Protected Places Act is. I want a copy of that. Okay? I want to understand what the Protected Places Act is. Because this woman got arrested for standing there doing nothing.
Yeah, she was just like just standing, looking up, and they
said to her, "Ma'am, are you thinking right now?" Mm-hmm. Well, yes, I am. You're under arrest. Ma'am, are you praying right now? I might be. No,
And
do
she
you
said
refuse?
might.
Wait a minute. Do you refuse to answer the question?
Mm-hmm.
No, I might be praying right now. He said, you're under arrest for how was that? You are under arrest for insubordination.
Yes.
Excuse me? Insubordination? A cop can arrest you for insubordination? I thought only the military could arrest you for insubordination, but you got to be in the military for them to do that.
Yeah, and all because she said she might be. Might. She didn't say yes.
Yeah, might.
Yes.
Here's what we say to the British police. Go fuck yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Suck our big, fat, white American dicks. Go fuck yourself. Kiss Amelia's fat, white ass, you know.
You, at this point, you can't even tell who has a dick or not. Sorry
Right?
to tell you that.
Kiss my fat, white ass. Kiss everybody's fat. Kiss Leon's fat ass. And Leon's probably a skin beanpole. Well, kiss Leon's skinny ass then, by God.
Right?
What we're going to do is we're going to we got to take a little break here. Hold on. We got a show coming tomorrow night, folks. It is the return of Wrestling with the Future. But before we do that, Amelia's favorite commercial spot.
Oh, no.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It only has Will Cash.
Do you have sweaty balls or volleyball netty balls? It's time to make them ready balls. The Manscaped.com Lawnmower 3.0 will do the job and clean your knob with its patented no-nick head, so your head will function as desired. Enter promo code Wrestling Future for a generous 20% discount. That's enter Wrestling Future for a 20% discount. Manscaped.com and Wrestling with the Future, going balls to the walls with Manscaped.com and the Lawnmower 3.0. Your balls will thank you, and so will we.
We are back with America's Popcast. What's the buzz with the Pitbull and the Mad Dog? Amelia, before we went on the air tonight, we were talking about some things that really irk us, like transgendered men in sports and Gay Pride Month, and let's see what else.
Well, it irked me because
Elon. Well, we talked about Elon for some length.
I mean, I was telling you that it made me upset for this being Pride Month because my husband, as you know, was a veteran, and a lot of people have said that we should have a Veteran Month instead of a Pride Month, and I agree 100%. Instead of just having Veterans Day, we should have Veteran Month because they should be a lot of these women should be appreciated.
Well, you'll understand why. Let me explain something. Because the homos have more rights than the veterans do,
and that's not fair, and that's not right to me.
No, it's not right. Because first of all, homos are an abomination to God. Okay.
Because especially.
And I'm not making that up. It's in the Bible. You think? Read it.
Yeah, and
homosexuality is an abomination to God.
Yeah. Especially what I got told at the VA.
Tell me if I made anything up.
No, you didn't. Especially with what I got told at the VA, which pissed me off. And then they told me, well, if he qualifies, yes, we'll give him a flag and he'll have the 21 gunshot salute. Blah, blah, blah.
But if you say you're gay, let me tell you something. They're going to roll out the barrel for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know that a gay couple could get health insurance, but a married couple will have to fight tooth and nail to get it?
Oh, absolutely. And they called me the other day from the VA. Oh, we need his death certificate. And I told them, I said, well, let me think about it. No, because I don't think you qualify to get it. They go, what do you mean if we qualify? Remember, that's what you quoted me. As you talked to me about that. I don't think you guys qualify to get it because I didn't get the flag from you guys. So no.
I respect that, and I have to reel you in a little bit, and I'm sorry to do this publicly, but I have to do this. That wasn't the issue. The issue was Gay Pride Month.
Right. No, but I mean, going back to that.
I get what you're saying, but you went off the rails on it, and now you're losing focus of the whole subject matter.
No, but I'm going back to that.
Okay, well then pick up then.
Well, I'm going back to that. But now, like you were saying, the Gay Pride and everything, it's like I was saying, have this month, and all this month they're going to celebrate this and that, this and that. And okay, I don't think they deserve this month. I already told you who I feel that deserves the month. And now they're going to have all these parades going downtown. All these streets are going to be closed. And we're going to have to see all these flags going everywhere. And all these different buildings are going to have all these flags. I mean, I don't think that's even right to show all these flags. And then we're going to have all these people dressed in dresses that are men trying to go into our schools. Well, now, not now because it's summertime, but I don't think that's right anyway. Even when school's around, to have all these men dressed in women's clothing to read to our children.
Well, yeah, but you got it. All right, we're mixing apples and oranges here.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that from my audience. I don't want to do that from my listeners.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to talk about your disgust with Gay Pride Month, let's keep it on Gay Pride, because the transsexual, transgender thing, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, we'll talk about it another time,
which we haven't even gotten to yet. All right, so let me see something. Let's see here. Oh, Leon's 107. All right, Leon, so you're a skinny bastard. Okay. Ruffian said, "What the act is only meant as government restriction in selective areas, and people don't need a permit to be there." Okay. The thought crime part is questionable. It's questionable. It's a law. It's not questionable. It's a law in England. And we'll look deeper into that because people like sugar. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I like sugar too, and I'll eat it and drink it or whatever the fuck I want to do with sugar any goddamn place I want to at any time, day, noon, or night. In England, you might get arrested for eating sugar because there might be a sugar police running around somewhere.
You never know.
That country's fucked up. And yes, government restriction on selected areas. This is an absolute law. It's an absolute law. There are designated places throughout London, throughout England, not just London, throughout the country of England, designated places where you're allowed to be and where you're not allowed to be. And if you're there, God help you if you're silent. You better be there and talking to yourself or talking to somebody, because you'll get arrested if you're there standing by yourself thinking, or God forbid, praying.
Better have a book with you.
Jail. You know?
Mm-hmm.
No, don't read a book, because that's considered a violation of the law.
Oh my God.
You could get arrested. You can get arrested in England for reading a book in public. You could go to jail for it, and your book will be confiscated and burnt.
Oh my goodness.
You think I'm kidding? Look it up. Look it up. Please, I'm begging you, look it up. If you think I'm fucking kidding. You notice that nobody in our chat challenged me because I'm right. They can't.
Absolutely.
Scott's here. My brother-in-law Scott. Should be only one flag flying. Absolutely, brother.
Yes.
The old stars and stripes, red, white, and blue, baby. None of that fucking rainbow shit. Fuck their rainbow, okay? I got a rainbow for you. One here and one here. Watch them meet in the middle.
Right.
There's my fucking rainbow. It's a red, white, and green rainbow. It's the Italian pride. How about that, motherfucker? Something that people don't understand. This country is so against Italian people. You live in a fucking Italian country, folks. The name America is an Italian name. It was the name of the guy who who found this place. His name was America Vespucci. He was Christopher Columbus's navigator. Yes, your country is named after an Italian, you fuckwads. Bet you didn't know that. Those people, and I love the Irish people. I'm going to be on the air tomorrow night with Michael Murphy. You don't get no more Irish than that, right?
Right.
He's Irish by birth, but he's Italian by stomach. Mike is one of those guys. He'll tell you. St. Patrick's Day, we celebrate the Irish.
Yes.
Guess what?
What?
St. Patrick wasn't Irish. He was Italian. His name was name was Pasquale Bevilacqua, which can also be Hispanic or Spanish.
Yeah,
but he was
something
Italian.
like that.
His name was Pasquale di Bevilacqua, actually, because I'm looking right at it.
And a lot of the time, too, the Spanish and Italian words, you can kind of know what each other is saying just by whatever when you speak that. So
let me tell you something, Amelia. If I start speaking Italian or Spanish, you won't have any idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
You'll be like, what does
I will
that mean
butcher
again?
that language. I will butcher that language so bad. I'm telling you what. You wrote to me, I am impossible. Why am I impossible? Let's go on the air with this. Okay, what did I do to you? She called me impossible here, folks. She sent me a little note. She goes, "You
What's
are
that
impossible."
commercial? Oh my goodness, he's thinking
yeah, but you love that guy, that fat hairy guy with the tattoos.
No, I do not.
I thought that was your man crush.
No.
Oh man,
We gotta get
tomorrow night
back in here.
the return of Wrestling with the Future tomorrow night with Michael Armageddon Murphy, our resident pro wrestler, will be joining me. Ruffian says, just looked up. Certain books are illegal, but others are. Yes, it all depends on what book you're reading. Yeah. That's why I tell people, if you think look it up.
Yeah.
Go look it up.
Look it up because he is not lying.
If you, God forbid, Ruffian, God forbid, if you are caught in England reading a Bible.
Yeah.
A Bible. Forget it. That's on the list of banned books, a Bible. But you don't get caught reading Salman Rushdie. Oh man, don't forget that. But it's okay to read the Quran. It's okay to read the Torah. It's okay to pray on your prayer blanket in the street. If you're a Muslim, if you worship Islam, you can do that. But if you're a Christian, you're going to fucking jail. Okay? That's why England is on my permanent list of I will never fucking ever, if I live to be 1,000, I will never go to fucking England.
Never visit. No, thank you.
And I will never promote anything British on this show. I never have, and I never will. Amelia, you know that.
Absolutely, we won't.
I will never promote anything British on this program. It's not happening, folks. It will never fucking happen here. I like this new format because now I really get to say what I want.
Oh yeah.
I was holding back before. But that's a scary thought, but it's the truth. I was holding back before. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about. Because you and I were talking about this before.
Yes.
Talking about the transgender men playing women's sports. Now, I want to get into a little bit of a discussion here because, and it's important, because there are fundamental differences between the male and female body. Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't approve of biological males. I don't care if they're skinny, buff, fat, or whatever. I don't care what, or if they look like Leon. I don't care about any biological male participating in a sport as long as it's a male sport. Okay. Correct. If you feel compelled to compete in sports, compete on an equal level with male participants. The argument against why I think it's a bad idea to compete with women is, first of all, generally speaking, that doesn't apply to all men, but generally speaking, men have greater muscle mass,
absolutely,
bone density.
I agree.
Bigger heart size, along with a higher testosterone level. except for some female bodybuilders that we used to know here.
I still wouldn't let them want them to compete in a men's sport because they're women.
And there's a reason why.
Mhm.
Here's the reason why. There's a difference between being professionally trained
Absolutely.
and being swole.
Absolutely.
Being swole is a term they use in sports where you look all big and buff.
Yeah, it's like.
But that's all it is. It's cosmetic.
That's it.
It's for aesthetics. People that are swole have very limited range of motion. They can't put their arms down. They walk like this.
Yeah, they're like walking like this the whole time, and like this, they hold.
Take a look at a 275-pound bodybuilder.
Mm-hmm.
That guy can't put his arms down.
No.
Okay? He would have a problem participating in male sports. Okay? But you get a guy that they had recently who joined the women's, and I don't know how he did it and got away with it. A biological male got onto the women's Olympic swimming team and won. And then when they found out he was a biological male, they removed him from the team under protest from other female swimmers.
Yes.
And the one particular woman, a blonde-haired woman named, what was her name? That swimmer. I'm going to have to look that up. Amelia, you take care of everybody.
Because I know that she's the one that went to the Oval Office with President Trump, and he actually signed a bill to make sure that no men were allowed to be in women's sports, and of course no women were to be allowed in men's sports as well. So that's where I come from in that. It's like, just for example, a female wrestler that worked hard all her life and was starting from the low all the way up to the top and wants to become women's champion. And
her name is Katie Ledecky.
Yes.
She won 4 gold medals in a row.
Right.
Okay.
She was one with the Oval Office, right? With President Trump.
That was the one. They signed the bill. The president signed it, making it unlawful for biological males to compete on a professional or Olympic level with women.
And vice versa, right? Men.
Yep. And vice versa. Here's the difference, though. On a state and local level, you can do it.
Wow, that's not right.
But the way the law was written is on an Olympic or professional level. Okay? That's the catch I don't like. See, you got to read the fine print. It's not a blanket, sign it and everything's going to go away. No, because this is Washington and nothing is ever that simple.
So, like, if, for example, like me being a fan in the day of wrestling, if a male made himself into a woman and wanted to compete for a woman's championship belt, he could?
Yes.
Becoming a woman? Oh, no.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-mm.
You know who Nyla Rose is?
I've seen her on TV, yes.
Nyla Rose was born a man.
What?
And wait a minute. Yes. Nyla Rose is a man with female genitalia, with male genitalia. Okay? Nyla Rose is a biological man competing in AEW, which I saw Nyla Rose before I'm going to say before he became famous. Because Nyla Rose, was in my town wrestling at the VFW in a small spot show before he got discovered. Now, let me explain something. There was a company here in New York called Valkyrie Wrestling Association, VWA, okay? Valkyrie Wrestling Association, all women. The entire promotion is all women. Look it up if you think I'm kidding. Nyla Rose was their star.
Wow.
Nobody knew Nyla Rose was a guy. It wasn't until Nyla Rose got to TNA that they found out Nyla Rose was a guy, because they have to do testing.
Right, yeah.
Blood test to make sure that you're not on any drugs or steroids. That's when they found out, wait a minute, something's wrong here, because these are male chromosomes in this blood work. There's something not right here.
Right.
Well, let me explain something else, folks, that you're going to love. Right now, AEW has six transgender wrestlers. Male to female, female to male. 6, 4 and 2. And I'm not going to tell you who the 4 are or who the 2 are. But there are 6 of them. Bona fide, documented, verified. Okay? That's another reason not to watch AEW. Okay? I won't watch them. Remember, there was a guy in WWE. He was a big buff guy. He became a champion. He was a bodybuilder that became a wrestler. He is now a she. Through hormone therapy and all this, okay? My wife follows this person on TikTok.
Is he? Are they on Instagram and TikTok, and they're married?
Yes.
I just can't remember the name.
Gabby.
Long brown hair. Yes.
His name is Gabby now. Okay, I don't know what his real name is, because he keeps changing it.
Yeah.
And I'm not lying. Keeps changing it.
Yeah, I see the
He's known as Gabby now. Here's the thing. He went from a big, buff, muscular dude
to a
real trim and skinny. Now, you know what he's doing? Now, he's a woman. Still has the male genitalia. They ain't been gone yet. Okay, which I got a problem with. Now he's a woman, but now he's bulking up again. Okay, now he looks like he looks like a female bodybuilder.
Yes.
Okay. My point was, and I talked to my wife about this, if they were going to do this, why didn't they just fucking do it while he was a male?
Exactly.
If he was going to, lose the muscle mass and get it back, why didn't you just just wear a wig?
Yeah, just stay that way.
Because you're basically doing the same fucking thing. He doesn't have any breasts. No,
not at all. He's looks like a bodybuilder. Walks like this. Just female features. Looks like it with the long hair. That's it.
Am I making any of this up?
Because I think I follow them, or I see because it comes up on my page all the time. They're on live all the time. Yeah. And I'm like, what?
All bodybuilders need bidets. What's that mean, bidets? I don't know what that is. Ruffian, you're going to have to explain that one. I don't understand what that means, brother.
Oh, he's...
be more like Mein Kampf for books. Question. Yeah. First of all, we're going to talk about whether the Holocaust actually happened next week. Somebody actually sent me an email. We're going to talk about that. Did the Holocaust really happen? Interesting subject. Because I have a video that I'm going to show you where a guy says, I don't think so. Let's rethink this whole Holocaust thing. So we're gonna go there. We are definitely gonna go there, and I'm gonna stir some shit with people. Ruffian, you gotta tell me what is a bidet, brother. I don't understand that.
I think he probably answered.
Nyla is male. We know that. I saw Nyla. I met Nyla Rose. He wrestled here. I'm going to say he. I can't say she because she's not a she.
Yeah.
The rest of Sweet Soraya of WAW. Yeah, Soraya is Paige's mother. You remember Paige from WWE? She got fired for doing a porn video.
Oh, yeah.
But everybody else is allowed to do porn videos, but she got fired.
And Playboy and everything else. Oh, okay. I think he answered.
A bidet. Yeah. Oh, my God.
You were like, what is it? I was like, I guess
I said, what's a bidet? I'm looking at a bidet.
Bidet.
An ass sprinkler device on it. Yes, a fucking bidet. That's funny. Ruffian, you're a trip, brother. The question is David Irving. He wrote 3 books. Yeah. Interesting stuff. I'm gonna have to get Ruffian on the show. I don't think he's got the guts to show his face on the show, though. You know?
Yeah.
I love having these people here, but every time I say, well, come on the show with me, everybody chickens the fuck out. I don't know if they're afraid of the Mad Dog or if they're afraid of the Pit Bull.
I think El Ruffian said he'd be honored to be on this show. He sent you the information.
Did he say that?
Yeah. I think he sent you his information already. But you probably don't have it. So El Ruffian, would you send it again?
You sure it was it Ruffian that would be honored, or was it Captain Miserable that would be honored?
I think El Ruffian said he would be happy to be on the show.
I'd love to have Ruffian on the show.
If you would send it again, because I think he probably don't have it. To our email address.
I have shitty equipment. If you got a phone, brother, then your equipment is just fine.
I started on a phone. Trust me, I did. I
have a studio. Phone. You don't need a studio like I've got. You don't need a studio like Amelia.
I started on a cell phone over fine. Here on my bed.
But I'm surrounded by all this computers and equipment and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Amelia.
Yes.
We did it again. We talked about absolutely nothing for an hour. Nothing and everything under the sun for an hour. What do we got coming up tomorrow night? Tell everybody.
Oh, you have your wrestling show back coming up.
You want to see the intro for it?
Yeah, love to
Let me show you guys the intro for the wrestling show. I think you might like it.
I would love it.
Well, maybe you might change your mind about that.
No.
Here's what it's going to look like. Right?
Wrestling with the Future is back on the air. Now, ring the damn bell.
You get the drift. That's going to be our intro for tomorrow.
I love it.
You like that?
I do.
You want to laugh? You know my voice sounds echoey in there.
I like it because it sounds like it's like a not like.
You know what I did? You want to laugh?
Mm-hmm.
I talked into a cup. I did.
It sounds like from like
I emptied the water out of my cup.
Uh-huh.
And I had my microphone next to me, and that's what I did.
You know what it sounded? It reminded me of
I created my own echoey sound effect.
Sounds great.
Cup and a microphone.
It sounded like from like the Rocky days, from the boxing era, but you're wrestling.
The guy in the ad reminds me of Otis. Yeah, you know what? He's right. Leon's right. Amelia's boyfriend from the Manscaped ad looks like Otis from the WWE.
He's not my boyfriend.
I thought you were hot for him. I wasn't sure,
No.
Well, listen, folks, we got to call it a day over here. For Amelia the Pitbull Chapman, for everybody in our chat, Ruffian, Leon, oh God, who else did we? I forgot. I'm forgetting everybody. Got Leon, Ruffian,
Marie, Scott.
Scott. And Rosie. Get well, Rosie. Thank God your surgery went well. Get well, lady. We miss you. All right. For everybody at WWTF and WTBR Radio and What's the Buzz Popcast, I am the Mad Dog. Take care, folks. God bless, and we'll see you Lord willing, in the creek don't ride. We'll see you tomorrow night on Wrestling with the Future. Good night.